Y'all, we have been in this industry way too long to have not come to the Bassmaster Classic. We are at the Bassmaster Classic here in Knoxville, Tennessee today, and we're checking out whatever's new, whatever's trending. I got my nose to the ground. I'm gonna find some cool stuff.
It's gonna be weird because me crawling on the floor.
I might be crawling around, sniffing around like Scooby-Doo, but I'm gonna find some stuff for you guys, and it's gonna be in this video, and it's gonna be a lot of fun, so let's get to it.
I'm Kevin, this is Van Dam, and we're the aggressively average anglers.
We are not Kevin or Van Dam.
If you haven't checked out our channel yet and you're new here, this is what we do. We go find out about products that you're interested. We go get them, we do initial reviews, unboxings, and then we test them out all year long and give you our honest, fully authentic opinion. That's what we are here to do.
So let's get some crankbaits and let's go win some tournaments.
That's the world's mayor.
The great world's mayor. Got to get the colorful bridge in here with the chartreuse.
But apparently you can't swim or wade.
Boo. So this was filled, they said, last year. And there was like a casting pond and a testing pond. Pretty sad that that's not the case today. Oh. Should we start at the Achigan booth?
We always start with our buds first.
I think we do. Look at those.
Dude.
Those lids.
The camo on brown, dude, that's lit.
Clean options. Probably best apparel in the game.
It's not close.
I don't think it's close.
It's not close.
And then they got the custom Tennessee. Look at that. I think we need some of these too.
That's gotta happen.
Order of the Bronze. And then we got all the munchies.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There we go.
We got to open one anyways. We got new Ziploc packaging.
I was like, that's not how mine were.
That's not what I got.
Did I ruin mine?
Yeah, new Ziploc packaging.
We're gonna have to grab the custom color, I think.
Yeah, there's
Look at
not
that.
very many of those, so if you want one, you gotta get one.
We're gonna need it right now. Run.
You got two different options. This one right here, that's the nose hook. It's got material on the front, so when you nose hook it, depending on which way you do it, it's gonna stay in there. It's not gonna tear your plastic, but what are we talking about?
Silicone
base.
barbell eye.
Huge win. The barbell eye for me, like, I love that.
So you can pop these out. This shows you how durable it is. You know, you can put it back in. Yeah, it comes with the hooks and the weights. We put 2 nail weights that we sort of feel like it's a good starting weight, but you can put anything in there. There's a molded hole in there, so you can see if you push that in there, it'll stay. If you don't have a cavity, it like arches the bait. So that cavity basically lets it lay flat. So yeah.
So you get the benefit of silicone stretchy. You get the benefit of it actually sinking fall rate the way that you want horizontally, which is huge. And then you're not bowing the bait when you go to weigh it down. And then you actually, every single time, you're getting the right hook size, which is where a lot of people lose. They do too small of a hook, and then you don't have anything for the fish to grab.
Yeah, and a 4-aught wacky hook is not easy to find. There's really only a couple people that make them. VMC is who we use, so we get them by the hundreds, and you know, package them in here for you guys, because I know a lot of people just don't carry that hook, so it saves you from having to go out and buy yet more stuff to fish it.
Pay for the bait. I'm telling you right now, you're going to see the price tag and go, what? Silicone. This will last you an eternity and a half.
Yeah, 2 of them, I would say safely you could get 50 fish out of. So, you know, that's pretty good.
Dude, that's legit. And again, you're getting that 7-inch plastic. It's a big chunk of meat. If you go and you're going to want to target those 21-inch fish, you need the right size bait to do it. And this just doesn't really exist anywhere else.
Hand poured, Indianapolis, Indiana.
2-pack nose hook version or a belly hook version, which also has a belly cavity in it, which is cool. We've got both. We're testing both, but I think we got to pick up this custom color right now. Paul, grab it. Run. All right. Also, all this artwork is in-house. You can get prints, and you're also going to notice like this is on their hoodies, their shirts, their hats, all of that. Some of the cleanest art in the game. We've got this on our walls in our offices. Highly recommended. So here's the main difference between the Ohio Expo and the Tennessee Expo.
To be fair to Ohio, it was like in the winter time.
No excuses, Ohio.
There's no excuses here.
Look at this fish tank, full of actual giants.
You get smallies and largies.
But hang on.
Where's Gary?
There's Gary. We found him.
There's Gary.
There's Gary.
Where's Alan?
This is Gary. Alan just tucked away.
There's Alan. He's right there.
Alan.
He's right there in the back. Yeah. There he is.
Alan.
Hey, buddy.
Alan.
We missed you. Missed you at
Turn.
ICAST a couple years ago. We missed you last year, but it's good to see you, bud.
That's our boy. Fist bump, buddy.
That's my boy.
You'll get out of there one day. All right, so we're at the Kayak Kushion booth, and there's something special here, you guys. Take a look at this.
Wait, where have you seen this before?
I don't know. Maybe it's a logo that, with the help of technology, was created. But this is for the Fit to Fish Challenge. If you guys haven't heard about that, we've been talking about it on Instagram a lot. 90-day fitness challenge. Get people healthier, get them on the water safer, and get you guys fishing longer throughout the day, right? Like you're gonna feel better at the end of the day.
And what's really cool is, so Jake Suvak, the guy that we worked with to do the programming for this, reached out to Kayak Kushion Kushion, and because Kayak Kushion could do those custom prints, was able to get this insanely awesome logo right for his tush, which Kush for the tush, man, that's what we were talking about.
Yeah.
So you can come in here, and what's really cool is they do, obviously they have the lumbar support, you get a lot of different configurations, so this is like the more custom seat, little low profile, but you can do the square, and you can do whatever you need to do. So you get the soft one, you get the extra firm.
Firm? Firm feels pretty good.
I like those ones.
Soft.
That's what I like.
Soft is too soft. I go firm all the time.
all day.
Yeah.
But yeah, like look at all the different options you got. Dude, the Patriots one with the old logo?
Teddy Bruschi's supposed to come out and pick it up.
No, nice. Teddy Bruschi grabbing one of those? That's lit, dude.
That's sick.
What are we talking? Honestly, that looks like him. What the heck, dude? That is so cool.
Old school logo.
I want the old Lion logo now.
But then we also got the peachy clean. These things do clean really well.
Dude, I kind of feel like maybe
These
I
are
need
solid.
that for my yak.
Yeah. this will work better because I always steal my wife's scrub daddies.
Exactly.
And she's like, why is my scrub daddy destroyed? Well, I'll use peachy clean instead.
That's so
That's solid
cool.
stuff. We actually just dropped a video over on Outdoor Gear Nerds, our second channel. If you guys want to see a full review of all the products we've used, from the lumbar support to the round seat configuration, rectangle seat configuration, we tried them all. So we did a little review on there. Go check it out.
Perfect.
Guys, we're here at the Cashion booth. There's never going to be a show and a booth from Cashion, and we're not going to stop by. And one thing we wanted to check out and show you guys is this is what you can do when you're doing everything made in America, made in your own factory, and you own everything. You could do for the Bassmaster Classic, the limited Rocky Top Edition. Look, I'm not a Tennessee fan. I don't even like the color orange that much, but this thing is sick. This actually is like a hybrid. So right here, you actually have that woven fiber that they have on their higher end rods, and then you have the cork bottom. Dude, and here's the crazy part. These things are numbered, 45 of 50. There's only 9 left. He's like, you better film these now or else they're gonna be gone tomorrow morning. Surprise, surprise. And then you can't miss. So over here with Cashion, you guys have seen this on our channel a bunch. They have the Icon series. These are the around 250 retail. These things are flying off the shelves for them. And I will tell you this for good reason. If you fish one, what, 175 for Icons? Well, they're just giving them away, bro. That's insane. These rods, they sell themselves. The second you fish one, you will know. And I don't say that often about expensive rods. You guys know us, we're more in like the $150 range for rods. That's where we like to live. Then you had the Element series. These were really a revelation for us. Made in America, components sourced in America, and you are getting for 130 bucks. It's really hard to think that you're going to get more rod for $130. Come in a ton of actions. They have a chatterbait rod in that now, a swimbait rod in that now, and again, $130. Good luck beating it. Cashion brings the value, Cashion brings quality, and that's why we're here, guys.
Y'all, we just ran into Charlie here. Charlie, what's up, man? How's your show going?
Show's going pretty good. First classic, and it's a very fun. There's so many people.
But what do you got in your hand?
I've got some 3D printed knobs for the Newport NK180 Pro.
And what's so great about the 3D printed ones? What do they do that the regular ones don't do?
They float
Ah!
and they allow you to take off the knob without having a socket or a pair of pliers handy. So
Finally. Oh
Yeah.
my God. I can't wait to tell Howie about this.
Buy all
The
of
colors
these.
even match. Like he's got the hat on. Oh, like
Yeah.
dude,
Yeah.
what?
yeah,
And
yeah,
then
got
same thing
another
for the
one.
Old Town?
yeah. And then that has a brass insert.
Oh.
But I just want to make sure to hand y'all those.
Dude. And then one for the 300, the
Yeah.
big dog?
Epic.
You're the
Yeah.
man, dude. What a genius idea.
I sell them on Etsy, Amazon, and eBay, and I've got QR code on there.
I love the entrepreneurial spirit. You are
Yeah.
the freaking man, dude. Well done.
Check them out. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
I follow you guys.
Oh, yeah. That's awesome,
Wait a
man.
minute, I know you guys.
How's it going, man?
What's your name?
Pete.
Pete.
does fishing.
Pete, good to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you too.
Over here with Swimbait Co. And they've got a new release with the Baby Boss, which is the upsized version of this thing, which is the Micro Boss. This thing is sick. I mean, this is where we would live, like up in the Midwest. This is like a perfect size swim bait or glide bait to throw. So I'd be throwing this one all the live long day. But if we go over to the Baby Boss, take a look at these. This is sick. So a little bigger size on this, still get that awesome brush tail. A little different design than what we are running right now, which is the Eco Glide. But look at that thing. Show them the shifter.
Oh yeah.
The shifter.
So the color change here, you can see it's like the purpley this way, and then it turns to a green when it gets darker. So you actually get two different colors. Now, is it that the two different colors are better? I don't know. But what I will tell you this is, a lot of times when you're seeing this move, if you're seeing the color shift, it probably mimics more what happens with a fish scale. So it ends up being something that they're used to seeing as a fish goes through different areas of the water where it gets lighter and darker as it moves.
Super clean, really cool stuff.
Oh, the fit. Look at this fit. What?
Yeah, dude, they're doing some really cool designs. Between that, the camo pattern with the fade. Price-wise, you're looking at $170 for the baby boss. That's this size. Oh, with those scales.
Yes, that is
and then you're looking
nuts.
at $120 with the micro boss we showed you first over there. Or you go to $100 with that Eco Glide. Worth a look. Worth saving up all of your pop bottles.
That's right.
And then just go buy
That's
this.
a pop can bait right there.
You
Just to
see
hang
one,
on to it.
You can win tournaments. You can win a lot of money with this. So, I mean, that's a thing. Look what we ran into.
What is up, guys? What's going on? Listen, these two are let me be like corny. Double trouble.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 100%.
That's what we're going for.
Actually,
perfect.
On point. This is a North GA Fisherman. It's our guy right here. We actually were able to get on the podcast with him. Go check out that episode. I'll leave a link to that one down below. But my man's always working hard, as is evidenced by the fact that he is here working hard. Always making it happen. Good to see you, man. Way to get you on there.
Thank you guys, yeah.
We are here at York & Co. Our friend North GA actually just dropped a custom version of this glide bait with them. Now the much bigger version, but we noticed this right when we walked in. They got what looks to be a 4-inch version right here.
No, we baby.
That's crazy.
That is
All
really
of that
good looking.
premium gear.
A
Dude,
perch that looks like perch.
I've been actually a perchy looking perch.
Actual perchy perch. Look at these, dude. Oh, the pink with the chartreuse tail.
Yep.
Dude, that's
5.5
awesome.
inch Georgia Peach. So North GA Fisherman, our buddy, worked on that one. Has the larger version as well. Sold out today, which is great.
Good, crushing it.
And that's how it should be.
Yep. I found somebody else.
What's going on?
A Bassmaster from the Georgia variety.
Yeah.
What's up, man? How's your show going?
Doing great.
Yeah?
Doing great.
Awesome.
And we're right in front of course, his choice bait.
Yeah,
One of
throwback.
the ones.
What?
Throwback. It's a good place to be.
Favorite swim baits in the game.
Dude, and
Wow.
Look at, dude, but look down though. Wild.
Look at that.
Showing
Look at that.
Showing the soon to be released.
Oh, man.
Chickadee, great little topwater bait. Interchangeable arms on it. They got like chartreuse arms you can attach on there. And
What? Chartreuse
swap 'em
arms?
out. Yeah.
So
guys
you've
wanna
messed
change
with
your
this
colors?
already?
I've messed with it a little bit, different
Yeah.
color tails and all interchangeable. Pretty
That's
nice.
sick.
This little bad boy is a monster right here, the LT.
That's what we
Yeah.
were talking about.
I think we need some, Dad.
Oh, and they have a show special. So if you're watching this, it's too late for you. And next time you need to show up because it was buy one, get one, $50 off.
So rude.
Sucks to suck.
Wow. Edit that out.
Leave it in.
Oh my
It
god.
stays in the flick.
You guys should follow this guy though.
Yes,
immediately. Do
If you
that.
want to see somebody catching on these,
Yeah.
you should follow him.
If you want somebody who catches bigger fish than we catch,
There it is.
follow this guy. Georgia Bassmaster brought us over to check out Throwback Swimbaits, and we're looking at a new one they're offering that's going to be more like their eco-friendly here. It's the ABS version of one of their glides, coming in at $50. I've got Billy here who designed the entire friggin' thing, so tell us about this.
For sure. So we worked on it and developed it to literally match as close as possible to our resin Metro. All the internals we designed, all of the weighting, all of the ballast, all of everything was designed and controlled by us, which is awesome. So very, very, very similar action, retrieval, everything, behavior to the resin Metro. So yeah, something we're super pumped about with the Metro LT. And yeah, it's gonna come in at $49.99. It's gonna be it's awesome. We're very excited.
It's even got the swivel hardware. Eyewear, like all that premium feature, still get the same tail.
You can pull the tail out here too, pop the tail out if you want to swap colors or whatever.
Dude, nice job.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Congrats.
Appreciate it. Yeah, thank you.
Well, what's up, nerds? Welcome back to the here at the Beast Coast booth. It's our first time actually getting to meet these guys in person. We have been huge fans for a long time. What we love about these folks, one, they got the northern roots. They talk about it all the time. These guys are northern fishermen, and they're making anything from finesse and flipping and everything in between baits. And what I love about the way they run their business, they make a very quality product, and they release it at a price that you can actually afford. Nothing gets cheaper in fishing, as we all know, but these guys are still trying to bring you value all the time. Again, we've been talking about these guys for years. These are jigs that always live in my box. You got the Hustler. This is my all-time favorite, is the OW Sniper. This is the one I tell everyone to start because you cannot miss a fish with this one right here. And then one of their newer releases, the Lil Magnum. These are all hand-tied, premium materials. It really is the best of the best. There's no bad option. Also, all-time favorite hoodie. You know where to find it.
So we snuck into the Evolution booth. We're hanging out here, checking out some of the products. Things that we've had in new colors. Here's the classic exclusive. This is the largemouth bag. Normally looks like this. Now you got the light gray with the blue.
The Vader and the Obi-Wan? What are we talking about?
Sith Lord, Jedi, let's go. That is so clean.
Have the largemouth, now you got the smallmouth.
With a small price tag.
Yes, and this blue turns out super, super good. So you got two clips up front. You can put your Line Master bag there or whatever your heart desires. And then on this side, over here, you have two slots, and then you got a clip over here. So you can actually get two rods right next to each other on one side. We get so many questions about, does this backpack have rod holder? This is the most minimalistic one where if you're not using it, you still get your pocket, but when you are using it, you can have two.
Daytime school bag.
Oh my God.
After school, go fishing.
Elite backpack gift right here. No questions asked. Back to school season, I'm not getting anything else. Dude,
if you want to be the coolest kid in school,
top flight,
you should have that. You guys want to see something secret that nobody else gets to see?
No, take them. Just take me back here.
Go. I'll hold it for you.
So this is our new Ballistics 3.5 terminal. So it's got the same
mini terminal
features as the 3700 version, but 3.5. So it'll fit in all the top pockets of the drift backpacks. It'll fit in the largemouth backpack. It's a perfect little tray. And a little mini latch.
It'll fit anywhere you want, and it's that ballistics build. So this is a micro bomb-proof box, and it's got all the molded in capsules. So yeah, I mean, if you want to bring your terminal, have it organized, but you don't want to bring 1,000 pounds of terminal, this could be a good way to do it. Should be dropping around May.
Yep, May.
May drop. So not available now. You're lucky that we're editing this a week out, because otherwise I'd have to blur this.
Yeah.
Now I can show you. That's pretty cool.
So you guys have been hearing us month by month, seeing that Zman is dropping 20% off of their website on an already value-based product. They're dropping you 20% off for specific baits. It is March right now, and you can get jerk shads for 20% off their site. But coming up in April, it's going to be all, these are actually probably right now my favorite Zman baits. It's all the line throughs. That would include the swag, the Mulletron, and all those sorts of baits as well. 20% off of their website. No codes or anything. Just go on there, get your savings. Again, Zman always bringing the value with the Elaz Tech. Now you get a little bit more value. You're welcome. So this is a custom color for the Bassmaster Classic this year, which is actually in Knoxville, Tennessee. So this is going to be a one-of-one run, Tennessee pepper in your scented jerk shads. There you go. Similar, I'm sure I'm right. Okay, it's not going to be like that. It's not going to be like that. It's not going to be like that. What? Really good looking, and you cannot beat the scented jerk shads. I actually just put the video on this on ours. This bait was kind of a revelation. Slept on by me until people put me on the juice. Now it never leaves the boat. All right, we are finally here at the Newport booth here at the Bassmaster Classic, and what we are going to be talking about today is their new launch. We got the NK 300 and 180 HD series. Jeff, walk us through what we're looking at.
Well, I think what everybody's going to look at right away is just the HD lift and steering triangle. They're going to be like, oh, that's all that's different. There is actually a lot more than this. But if you just look at this, they did a full fill. So this is like really HD. It's not a lightweight plastic material. This is going to hold up a lot. So this is a big upgrade because it's going to have a little bit of give, a little flexibility, a little pliability, which goes a long way to not bending this piece right here. So that's good. But then they upgraded their pulley system. So instead of having that like longer, kind of cheaper feeling pulley, the standard kind there, they've actually changed this out. So by having this more compact and not having the multiple pieces, the wheel in there, it's not going to rattle. It's not going to get stuck as much. So that is a good clean upgrade. I like that a lot. And then yeah, throughout there's better bearings, better seals. So overall, just performance wise, longevity wise, it's going to be HD-er. So let's head over to the 300 because there's one more component I want to show you guys. So this right here is actually like the third iteration of this power cable connection. So this goes goes to the controller that's up front for your throttle. I had issues with it in the past, if I'm being honest, like the lightest weight, the original version of it. Then they made it HD. Then they made this one, which is actually another step above and beyond that. So this is really well built. You see it's got the 4-pin connector there, which is just much more consistent connection. So you're not going to have connection interruptions or issues like that anymore. So I really like seeing that. And then on the 300, normally we don't really get this attachment right here. We don't really use that. So having this up here a little bit higher is going to give you better leverage on this notably heavy motor. It's hard to lift this up out of the water. This makes it a lot easier. Improved pulley system makes it a lot easier. So one cool thing here, before Paul even pulls, you can see the motor is angled that way, right? So now Paul's going to go ahead and pull that. And it turns it straight and then lifts it up. So it gives you a very smooth lift. How smooth was that, Paul?
Actually, it's really crazy because for that being a 300 and me leaning over, it's wild how much better that was.
It's a heavy motor. It's usually really hard to lift out of the water, but yeah, with that improved pulley system, so much better.
So kudos to Newport dropping a monster upgrade. So, and it's cool that they are listening to you guys. These are actually addressing the things that we have all said, like the motor's great. What would we want changed? What can we make better? You knocked it out with the Low Pro. What more can we get? This is fixing all the things that you guys specifically addressed as anglers and are saying, this is what we wanted out of this motor. So kudos to them.
Yep, Creaking with Kramer here.
I got the one custom shirt I had made.
It looks good. Oh, yeah. Cool design. Just hung out with Jacob here. We're over at the Garmin booth checking some stuff out. But good to see you, man.
Thanks for stopping us.
Thanks for saying hi.
He's got his bucket full of goodies.
Yeah.
With the Savage gear? Yeah.
Half of this is like Voyax, so as much as it looks like.
I'm here with Brandon over at the Garmin booth, and Garmin just dropped something pretty slick that as soon as I saw it, I was like, can this go on a kayak? And Brandon's telling me yes. So what's the new product? How could I put it on my kayak?
Yeah, so really 2 new products. So the first new product is going to be the spy pole. So if you're running live scope today, you could go out and pick up the spy pole, and now you essentially have an automated turret for your spy pole or for your live scope. So you can go through and do what we call spy lock. So if I want to lock on a brush pile, I can do that. Or if I want to scan, I can do spy scan, and it's basically going to go through and automatically scan for me. So the other product that we're launching along with this is the 360 transducer. So the big thing with these two together is that if you want to get a 360 scan, it's literally one scan and then that data is saved off, and you literally, it stops scanning at that point, you go back to running your live scope and you can drive around in space and do that. So this one's executing the scan right now.
Oh, dude, that's
and
sick.
then you see
We found a submerged building.
Yeah, so then you see the red cone there, so that's going to indicate exactly where your live scope's pointed at. So as soon as the scan's done, it goes back to turret mode. So it saves that data, and now my boat's free to move anywhere in space. So if I know there's a bunch of fish up underneath that bridge structure, I go take my live scope and point it underneath that. So this is the 2D mode. I mean, that's how I think a lot of guys are going to run it. That's how I run it, is this. I like to see where is my scope at, and then I'll run like a traditional live scope like right next to it. Or you can run in 3D mode.
What?
So basically that's your 360 and then your live scope layered on top.
What the
That's insane.
And then from there, controls, right? So a lot of guys are used to running their live scope right on their trolling motor itself. So we've set up what's called Spy Link. So you can link the two. So then your trolling motor and everything runs off your traditional foot pedal. And they're going to be looking at the exact same spot. As soon as I hit anchor lock, it'll like just take over unless you run on your regular foot pedal. Or there's a dedicated foot pedal that comes with it that I can run
Look at that.
Or
that's cool.
A puck remote. So on my kayak, I usually run this on a quick little lantern, and I just use the push buttons. This one's not linked up to this, but so say I miss my cast a little bit, and I need to bring my live scope over, I just go, pulls it back in, and I can see exactly where I'm at.
That is freaking crazy. So it attaches to the rod?
Yeah, so the reason they've got this one on the rod, so it's actually gesture control too. So if I want to go left, I just go point it back left and right. What? So, and everybody's like, oh man, now I have like 15 rods. How am I going to do that? So it's actually an accessory piece. So you can just get the clip.
And you pop it on another rod, and then you can do the same thing. Oh my gosh, man. I don't feel like it gets more intuitive than that. Like that is everything at your fingertips. There's a lot of mechanisms. So I'd be curious, like how is this going to then port to a plastic boat?
So I'm a kayak guy, right? Like that's where we met up at ICAST last year when we launched the force current trolling motor. And so what I ended up doing is I wanted to keep everything level and balanced. So I put mine on the front just like this, and I also want to keep it centered. What I ended up doing is taking just one of these gunnel mounts and kind of like DIY, like all kayakers do, and basically it's just like a flat mount that sits on top of there. and then I put it on a hinge so I can pull it up out of the water quick and easy. So,
oh my gosh.
But we do have the gunnel mount, so this is one way to potentially mount it. Adds a little bit of weight. So if you're running like a kayak, or if you have like a forced Kraken trolling motor, so it's not directly compatible with the Kraken the same way, this is called the gunnel mount. So you can mount this anywhere on your boat, and then there's a bunch of different pivot points, so it can pivot up and out of the water. Quick disconnect, so this just pops out, whole thing pops off and unplugs. So the Spy itself is right around like 15 pounds, and I want to say the gunnel mount's about 5. So that's why I cut it down. I literally just mounted this little chunk on a poly board on the front.
And it keeps it much lower.
So mine sits flat on the deck.
See, that I can see really applicable. This is obviously cool. You can do a bunch of adjustments.
We literally have speakers and subwoofers on this kayak. So.
Obviously, this is overbuilt on purpose. You got the super wide screen, the gigantic screen, 16 inches.
16s. And that's what I'm running on mine, the 16s, and then I split it out. That way I've got basically 2 8s.
So this is going to work with like a specific configuration. For example, if you picked up the force current, you're running that off the back. That's a good scenario to then just run this off the front. Also, you're dealing with all in the Garmin ecosystem, so it's all going to work and be compatible together. But if you have a bow mount trolling motor, obviously this is not going to work side by side with that. But there's gunnel mounting.
You could put it over. You could put it on the back. At the end of the day, it's all about figuring out what your balance is, right? Because you are going to have to offset the whatever is 15 pounds of this thing. And I've played around a little bit with my graphs. I put them off too far to the side. All of a sudden, I'm like hanging out like this all afternoon. Like, okay, we're going to have to go back and figure that out again.
So it's like
how do you balance it out and make it work? So
bow or stern mount would be a great idea with this thing, and you saw the functionality of it. It looks really cool. What's cost on this? What's release date time? What are we looking
it's already out there, so you can literally go and buy it on Garmin.com today. It'll be shipping here the next couple weeks. So like I said, 2 products. The spy pole part itself is running about $2,000, and then the 360 transducer is about $1,000. So total package right around $3,000.
And then that whole package that just comes with this piece right here, right? So it's not going to include your normal live
it doesn't
scope?
have your 3-year live scope. So that whole package is going to be your spy pole, your mount that we looked at over there on the main trolling motor, and then your 360 transducer.
Okay.
At the $2,000, it's just the spy pole piece, but then you take and you mount your live scope on that.
Got it. But if you just did your live scope and you didn't have the 360, you would still have.
It's about $2,000 for that part.
Right. And then you would have control of this, right? So I can move
it's
my
an automated turret at that point. You can go through and do the spy lock piece and everything. Yep.
So you get it without the 360, but now you have remote control over your live scope. And then you can add the 360 as well on top of that, get a totally different view. That's cool. So there's a lot of options. Obviously, it's at a price point. It's probably not going to be for everybody. But if you're looking for that ultra premium gear, you want the crazy views that nobody else is getting, I think there's some definitely something to be said for this. It's pretty cool. All right, so we had to swing by the FluxJet booth, obviously. So we got Jason, we got James here. But yeah, how's the show been going for you guys?
Oh, it's great. I mean, iCast is one thing, but this show is completely different because now we're open to the public. So we're getting like real boots on the ground, like real first person experiences for the first time, being able to come and see this. It's also very different because apparently everyone on the planet has seen videos of this thing and knows of it, so it's quite strange. Cool. It's quite strange.
Where'd they see that video? Oh, look. Did you see this?
I feel like I've seen
these guys. Who are these guys? Look at that nerd. Guy. So we asked Jason the tough questions that you guys asked us to ask him, and that is, when the heck are these FluxJets actually shipping? So he's really clear with us and walked us through what's going on. They're working on this motor, and what they're trying to dial in is the tolerances between the injection molding part at the front, that CNC part he just touched, and then the next injection molding piece. They want to make sure everything they ship out is in great working order, not just functional. So they're trying to get the best possible product out the door. So I understand you guys, like, that's totally frustrating if you pre-ordered for January, February, March. Like, I want my kayaks too. I totally get it. And he just wanted to let us know up front if you were one of the first few months for pre-order delivery. So I'm assuming it's like January through April. There's a slight delay behind that, and they apologize for that. But he wants to get the right product, the best product out the door.
We're at a point right now where I'm not going to compromise getting it right to do it faster. And I totally understand. If you need it now and you need a refund, it's totally understandable, but we've got to get it right the first time. We got to ship good stuff. One piece. Yeah. I mean, it's literally all these cans shipped out 2 days ago. So when those come in, we got to QC them again, recheck everything, make sure it passes spec, but then we can put them in. We've got 150 boats already pre-built sitting there ready to go. Yeah. So it's literally just bolting this in now to finish those and get them out the door.
Okay, so stuff is in-house, trying to finish this up, quick assembly, then they can start shipping them out. So if you've been waiting on this, I know a lot of you guys did, January, February, March delivery pre-orders. That's kind of the situation right now. Also, look at that. You got to tell me this isn't weeds? I know all these people are like, oh, it's just duckweed. Look at that. That's what you can go through. That is the muckiest of the muck. If you have a prop drive, you're not getting through that at all. Important to know.
I don't know if you guys saw this one last time, but here's our
what?
Our finalized drive controllers. Check that little
I did not see that.
Yeah,
that
so this is the final.
That is clean.
So all waterproof connectors. So the whole idea with FluxJet is, you know, if you have a problem with anything, it's 4 screws. Like that's your whole electrical panel.
Yep.
You know, in one thing with your voltage regulator, swap that out. Same thing with your motor controller. That's all one solid, complete unit, all your waterproof connectors.
Nice.
You have a problem, you pull that out, swap it, good to go.
Yeah.
And we're showing publicly for the first time the FluxLink pedals in this one.
Ooh, oh yeah.
So this is Rev 2 prototype.
We got to see these already, you guys. It was actually pretty cool. We played around with them a little bit. So they got a plug in right here, goes here, and then there's this little toggle button that you can press with your tippy toes, and then that's going to kick in the motor, right?
Yeah.
So you can cut it like immediately too. So you press that, get going, let go of it, it cuts the motor right off the bat, giving you a new level of control with foot steering and foot acceleration.
Basically, the idea is you set your throttle, so you set that 10% or wherever you want your speed to be, and this literally just goes in line with your kill switch. So that's all this is. It just activates the kill switch, your throttle ramps up, just a couple cables, real basic system, and then you got your bypass button if you want it just back to normal. You press that, it bypasses the pedals, and you're back to normal.
And that is simple. I like that. You've also got your fish finder mount here, then that rod delete setup, so that's cool. And I noticed you kind of notched it out for the Yak Attack attachment. So
we can make these
plates
plates
super snug.
Yeah, so I mean, you can just and now we've started adding these accessories on our website where you can download these. We're going to offer them at some point. We're starting to produce these.
Right.
But if you want to make it yourself, we're going to give you the files and you can make them for your own use.
If you got a printer or know somebody with a 3D printer, they can make it.
Yeah, exactly. So you can take this and just put regular bolt holes in it, or you can put it comes with the Yak Attack lock and load base mount, and then you got that gasket you can print in rubber that's got your cable through, so you can just run the cable right through the existing hole without having to drill anything. Yes, we do have a bunch of new secret stuff, but
ooh, I like secrets.
You're gonna have to wait for ICAST for that. We can't just show up to ICAST and be like, look, we did the same thing.
Well, this year at ICAST, you could put them on the water and get more people into them.
Yeah, 100%.
So that's also a win.
Yeah.
But yeah,
showcasing
some new stuff would be really cool to see. So I love it. You guys are constantly innovating, adding new in different components, but also keeping them simple enough that we can replace them on the fly. And that's really what this kayak is all about.
So for a long time, we've been talking about, you know, not a lot of options out there for forward-facing sonar, really kayak users. Now this one does a little bit of both, but the level of quality, the level of price, but also the level of quality is completely insane. Unmatched smoothness. Listen, even the grip on this handle is top tier. The way it clips on. Well, dude, look at the
mountain
pointer.
bike grip, dude.
This thing absolutely, this would take you out. This is like, and you can see too, look at the quality of the way that this mounts. Doesn't get any higher quality.
Very adjustable.
Exactly.
This rotates as well, so you got the option of doing this, and then just with a very easy, like low resistance turn of that handle, you're turning where your forward-facing sonar is pointing forward.
You get a ton of customizability. You can see over here they do a lot of different size, but also color and things like that, configurations. And then price points start anywhere in like the usually $500 range and go up to the $850, $950 range too, depending on what you decide to get, how big the poles are, what color,
super
and all
heavy
that sort
duty
of thing.
kayak version.
It's cool that they made a port in there so you can see how it's working.
Yeah. All right, so we're here at Sniper Marine with Taylor, and Taylor's going to show us what's new with Sniper. And this is something we've been wanting to test out for a long time. So good to feature on channel. Taylor, what we got here, man?
Yeah, so this is Sniper Marine's new PDL mount, kayak PDL mount. So basically you've got a knob here on the top, and what you do is you just pull this knob, rotate 90 degrees.
What?
Pop it into place. Your kayak pole is stowed.
That's sick.
And then wherever you get to your spot, wherever you want to go, pull the knob, rotate up, and you're locked into place. You know, you've got a little bit of play here. This knob is a specially made knob, and basically you tighten this knob down like that, and it takes all the play out of it. Whenever you get ready to move
solid.
Yeah, when you get ready to move it, break it loose.
Loosen up.
Pull it up.
Locks into place.
Yep.
And that is also rock solid. That's really cool, man. Thing a lot of people would maybe ask about is if we're running the motor, if you have this in the down position, if you clip into something, what happens?
So there is some breakaway features built in. I don't know if you can see them or not. There's some brass screws on the back here. Basically, if you're in a lot of stumpy situation, run one brass screw. It'll break away a lot easier. If you're in open water, you can run two. That way everything's good and solid.
Yep.
Got a lot of different mounting.
Yeah, I see you're in a rod delete.
Yeah, so we got a rod delete, gear track knobs, so any gear track. And then we've also got an 8-trail. It'll fit in the 8-trail. Any kayak that you've got, we're able to connect to it with this mount. And then also we've got our trusty holster mount too.
And that's that one right there. But that is super clean. Having that be able to kick up commuting spot to spot, that makes that really convenient. Don't lose any speed either as you're just dragging this big hunk of metal through the water. Love to see it. And of course, you got that easy rotation, so ultimate control with the Sniper Marine.
The mirror truck.
Mirror truck.
The Mundra.
The mirror truck.
A mirror truck. Heck yeah.
If y'all are like us, you've probably stuck a hook in your arm before. Surely I've done that. It sucks. How do you get it out? You go to Dhukr. Look at this.
Hey, you guys.
There he is.
Hey, what's up, man? How we
sir?
doing?
Come and check you out.
That's the man himself who came up with this.
And that's on a treble. So he's gonna push it down, and that's how you disengage the barb. So when you're pressing down, the barb doesn't get you, and then it comes out way cleaner. See, he's gonna press down, boom.
And it works with everything.
Now these are made with all stainless steel, medical grade. Same with the handle. It's all two pieces, just molded. And they got the little one, the mini Dhukr, for your little flies and your smaller stuff. Then you got the kayak version in the medium.
So a bunch of different sizes, tons of different colors too, so you can get it to match your boat if you want to have swag.
Chartreuse, white, pink, blue.
So we're going to be testing these out this year. It's a lot easier for kayak storage, especially.
Right to your vest.
These are great. But this one, I can put it in my PFD. That one especially.
Yeah, I mean,
I
this
put it
one,
on a zinger.
This one you can put in your pocket.
Yep.
Thank you, boss.
Gonna need that.
I already need that.
Paul loading up.
Safety first with me specifically.
Safety last usually for you.
That's how it goes.
Oh yeah, you're right. All right, so we're at the Mustang Survival booth right now, checking out some PFDs that we've not used on the channel. So right now, what is this one called? The Cell 100. Look at my collar. You pop your collar on this thing. It's actually like fleece lined too. So for those cold mornings, this could be like a really good option. It's also double secure, so there's a full zipper and then 3 friggin' buckles on it. These do tuck away, I just didn't do that. So there's a lot of like thoughtful design features, I would say, on this. Little side pocket here with warmers. He was waiting for it. He was waiting for it. We got warmers on the side, dude. And then you're just running your motor, just chilling, just vibing, just feeling good. I like that. That's freaking cool.
I think it's just Mustanging.
Just Mustanging. How much is this one? $129, which for like these types of features, which you don't get on any other PFD.
Really trim in the back.
Yeah, which is ideal because if I'm wearing this in a kayak, like I prefer the mesh back. This is going for warmth, so this makes sense. But you went thinner material on the back so I can sit against the back of my seat in the kayak, not feel uncomfortable. But like most of the time, what do we do, Paul? If we're cold, you tuck it in your armpit area in your normal PFD. That's how you get the most warmth out of it. Having these fleece lines, so much more comfortable. That's cool. $129 for I think a lot of premium features is neat. And then they also have this one right here. So their topwater foam vest, which I'm assuming lighter weight, maybe more breathable for summertime. Looks like a 2/3 back, not like a full back situation going on there. Lots of staging options, pliers, extra buckle for that. It's got a lot of features, and that comes in at $87.49 right now. So show deal for this, $87.49. It's a lot of features. I'm gonna have a tough time saying let's not buy that right now, Paul. I kind of want to buy that right now, Paul. Stop me, Paul.
Okay, Dad.
Never used this in a kayak, but I mean that would be cool. Slim and trim, great option here. I'll be honest, I don't know a lot about this type of PFD because we just never wear it. But yeah, COT release chamber, so there's an inflatable in here, puffs out when you hit the water, and those are replaceable. Yep. How much do those cost normally? Okay, so $30 to replace that every time you use it, and then what's the cost overall of this?
$135.
$135. And you guys have a bunch of different kinds of those too, right? With different features on them, a couple different color options. You even got the camo back there. If you're just looking to run like the slimmest possible, safest option, it's going to be that. And by the way, when it hits the water, it looks like that right there. So that's pretty cool. Obviously, then you got to replace some things in here whenever that does happen, but we would hope it doesn't happen too often. Then they showed us their bougie option here, the Elite 120. This is what all the pros were wearing at the Bassmaster Classic this year. $279, but comes packed with some pretty premium features. For example, you have a lot less accidental inflations going on with this one. So sometimes when these style PFDs get wet, like moisture of any sort, they just inflate. It costs you $20-30 every time that happens. This one does that less so because it requires about 6 inches of water. So it's a little bit of like like moisture plus pressure to cause it to go off. But it looks very comfortable. It's very lightweight. It's very slim and trim in comparison to the bulky PFD that I'm wearing in this video right now, or that we wear on a daily basis. So could be a valid option for some folks. So from 135 to at the highest level, like a 269, there's a lot of options at Mustang. Again, we haven't tested them too much on the channel, so maybe that's something that we need to get into ASAP. All right, you guys, rolling up day dose 2. That's what dose is in English, if you guys didn't know.
What up, bro?
Okay, Rich. What's up, man? All right, day 2. Today's a work day. Today's a moving day.
Yesterday.
Play day. We got to go pick up some custom baits today. Got a lot of stuff to purchase.
Straight that way, to the left.
So today we're hitting all 3 floors of this building. It's a lot of booths to cover, so we're going to get started as early as we can. First things first, though, we got to go pick up some custom baits.
The custom baits being a new release, actually, of the Karashi. It was like a BF Fast sort of mid-column. We're gonna go get the full-size one that just came out. It sold out yesterday in like 12 minutes, so we're here an hour and a half early.
We're gonna get them. Here with Jeremy from Dad Fish Tackle, and he stopped us, in the aisle, said, hey, what's up? Like we asked people to do. Also, I thought it was funny that you were like, I didn't know you guys were going to be there, because that's been a running joke of ours on the live for the past 6 weeks. We're like, hey, are we going to the Classic? We went to the Classic, so good to see you, man. And, naturally you found Paul with his flesh stash. He just stands out everywhere. It glows. That's how people find us when we're at places.
You're welcome.
But good to see you, man. Hopefully you have a great show. We're at the Hobie Eyewear booth right now, you guys. We've been wearing Hobie Eyewear for a while. 1, we love that they float. 2, we love that they're pretty dang affordable. 3, we love the polarized effect on these. Not all polarized sunglasses are created equally. We think these are done really, really well. We've got a couple of new options here, actually 4 of them. So first up, we got the Mojo Float 2.0s. They did a lot of upgrades to these. The Mojo series, this fit has always been awesome, but what they improved on it is they added the rubber nose section there, so it's gonna grip on. Hot, sweaty days, it's not gonna be slipping down your nose, which is nice. Ventilated at the top, so you're gonna have less fogging going on with this as well. And they actually did a grip back here too, so it's gonna grab onto your skull, your cranium, if you will, and it's not going anywhere. So this is a great sports sunglass right there. So then we got the Anzi here, so Anzi Z87.1 certified, OSHA approved. These are great work glasses or sunglasses. So this lens right here is going to prevent stuff flying off of here at 1,000 miles an hour, shooting into your lens and potentially gouging out your eyeball. This is a great safety sunglass. So that's pretty cool to see. Also for hunters, anybody shooting at the range, this is going to be a great safety sunglass that you could have. Another cool one they added here is the same Anzi certified, but these are readers. So I don't know if you can see it maybe easier on the backside here, but there's that little enhanced magnified section there at the bottom of the lens, so to make it easier to read if you are hard of seeing like me. Last up, you guys have seen us unbox and use the Hull Floats, our go-to daily drivers for sunglasses right now. So that was great. 1, because they float. 2, because they're upcycled. But now they have this new one, which is called the Hatch Float. So new design. I think that this is a really sleek fit. This is more like my style of sunglasses personally. I would like this over even the Hull Floats. I'm probably gonna get these in prescription because they said they can do that as well. But if you get the non-prescription version, they're also really affordable. But here's the cool thing. They're gonna be running this #CleanerWaters challenge. So all you gotta do is when you buy the Hatch Floats, which you should do anyways, they're gonna send you this green bag, right? So a big old trash bag. You go to the water, your local waters, wherever you guys like to fish, clean it up. So throw a bunch of trash into here like you see my guy doing right there. Post this on social media, tag Fear My Heart, Hobie Eyewear, and Yeti, and then do hashtag Cleaner Waters Challenge, and then you're entered to win all this stuff that you see here. So we got Yeti coolers, Yeti bags, this cool Hobie duffel, and probably some sunglasses as well. So that's pretty neat. Cleaning up our waters, using up upcycled materials, and then wearing some sick looking sunglasses. I don't think you can go wrong with this, right? Cool challenge, you should do it. So we're over at the Minn Kota booth. It's actually Minn Kota, Humminbird here, Old Town over there, all sorts of stuff. They got the Old Town kayak out, decked out with everything. And we're looking up here with this awesome grip tape that they have as well.
Need that.
And I was like, I want to feel cool, like I'm on a bass boat or something. Oh my, this is how you feel? You guys are so cool. I'm so jealous. So y'all are just standing up here. You look right down at your screen. You just run your motor like this. What the heck? I feel like this is cheating, Paul. That's so easy.
It's not fair. The next time somebody says, oh, kayak sim thing is a friggin' boat. No, dude, no. I am just gonna buy a boat. What are we talking about?
You should buy a boat.
I should just buy a boat.
Why didn't you buy a boat?
On my kayak, we'd be like sight fishing with people and they'd be like, what, you can't see that fish down there? You're 12 feet above the water. In a kayak, I'm 1 foot above the water. This is a friggin'
It's so ridiculous.
Dude.
So Chris and Antoine just told us they drove 18 hours to get down here, and they wore the flip around and find out.
Show them the goods. Show them the goods.
Are you kidding me? Pow! From 18 hours away.
Legendary.
Let's go. Let's go.
So awesome. The POV from top of the boat, from the boat. Yes.
This one is so much more aggressive.
I know. That's what I was saying. Whoa! Oh my God.
That was at a 7. That's awesome. I'm pretty jealous. Just buy a boat, Paul. Oh, dude, what?
Hold on a second. What the frick?
That is a 1-button push right here on the floor, all the way down.
Oh! Oh my God. Oh, dude.
That's at the 10.
What the frick, man?
Look how fast this is.
Yeah, I know. I was doing it.
I'm like barely moving at all, and it's just flying. And you can go like all the way around.
It's a little better than my power drive.
A little better.
So we're here at the Kastking booth, and we are looking at a brand new launch that actually just drops like today. And that is this reel right here. This is the ALTI. Now, if you remember, last year they dropped the MGTI, and that was a magnesium frame, world's first ever titanium spool. That one retailed at over $300. We've got one right here. This is an aluminum frame, bringing the cost down compared to magnesium, brings you to $229 for your flat price. And it still has that world's first titanium spool. Also, for this week, because it is Kastking's 13th anniversary, they are bringing the price down to $200. And with the code AAA10 that is on screen right now, you can actually get another 10% off, which gets you down to $179.99. We used these last year, the MG version. Absolutely loved it. The price point was tough to swallow, though. Anytime you get over $300, that's a little crazy. You're getting very similar performance. This thing still comes in at 5.6 ounces and a 7:2-to-1 gear ratio. It has the exact same, essentially almost the exact same specs as the MG, but at a much lower price point. Some of the cool things about this, so when you pop open the side plate, you get to hear my favorite sound maybe in the whole world. That's the sound of that titanium spool. It is incredibly light. I actually put this on a scale because I was like, is it really that light? It really is. And is it strong enough to handle full-size fish and flipping? I can tell you that it is. Put that one to the test on Lake St. Clair and had no problem flipping fish the entire day. Texas rig and flipping the whole day. You do get the attached side plate, which is always a huge benefit for us. You can cast all the way down to 1/16 ounce. So the range of this reel is extremely wide. Yes, you can go up because you can do whatever you need to do with that titanium spool. It's the strongest metal out there right now, but you can cast really low. Someone's excited. You can actually cast really low to that 1/16 ounce because of the lightweight of the spool. But you also get their Halo Vortex braking system, which is that high-end braking system, which I actually loved when we tested this on the MG series. And last but not least, they did swap out the drag. So they used to have that larger drag in there, and the idea was that, yeah, you could cast and like retrieve with just one hand. It made it kind of hard to adjust your spool tension knob, and it kind of got in the way. They removed that, went back to the one that's on the MG12, which I love. We're all the way around to the specs that I want to see, but you're in this aluminum configuration. You're dropping the price by like $100. I think this is a huge win for everybody. Super light, super capable. That titanium spool. This is a friggin' awesome reel. Bruh. So we've been talking about using and getting into some of the Lowrance game for a while. So we've started with the hooks.
Especially that right there, the Eagle Eye.
Exactly. We started with the hook series back in the day, which like was totally fine, but I would love to try the Elite series. I would really like to try the HDS series. And we talked about the Eagle. They've got a 7 and a 9 out. So this is your budget forward-facing sonar, which I think is so great. And with a kayak, what's really cool is you only have one transducer for both activities, which I think makes things simpler, lighter, which is such a great option for a kayak. I really want to get one of these like in-house to try for y'all. We haven't done it yet, but this is absolutely on the list. But like I said, so is the HDS series and the Elite. Like I really want to just get more time on these so we can give you guys that perspective. But everything looks really good. The screen looks clean. And I think these are like $1,000. Like that's a deal to get into forward-facing sonar for the first time.
That one's $1,000. This one might be
crazy.
Even less.
Crazy.
I don't know.
Good for them. It's all good for us.
Eagle 5.
Oh, what? Yeah, I can't do it. I think the 7 is going to be the minimum for me, especially if you want that forward-facing sonar. They look really, really good. It's cool seeing them here. You never know until you get on the water.
Bass Geek is here.
Tomato, potato, potato.
He was mad about our boat versus kayak video. He was so fuming, angry.
He was furious. I won't lie.
He screamed in the comments at us, and he was like, "Here's the deal. I can show you." In all caps for sure. He was like, "Look at my Facebook Marketplace. I'm crushing it. I've got all these amazing boats." And we're like, "Yeah, dude, you're down south. We're up north. We get garbage."
Well, you know, you guys have the V-bottom boats up there. That's the only thing that sells.
Multi-species
or buys.
boats.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have him go find like maybe his top 3 options that he can find near him.
That's right.
And he's gonna say, "You're dumb. Do better." And we will go back. We'll make the whole video. Because what do we do?
I will
what
eat
do we
all
do?
my words.
I'll shovel them.
Yum, yum, yum.
Just like the sushi rack. I'm doing it.
Tomato, potato. They were wrong because it ain't the same thing.
Tomato,
It ain't the same thing.
You're
apples
wrong.
to apples.
You're
apples
wrong.
to apples.
Fine.
Apples to corn stalks. We're gonna bring you another video.
We'll try again.
Good to see you, dude.
Good to see you.
Good.
The
That's
group
awesome,
has
man.
expanded. Now we got Gramps here. We got Ralph here. What's up, Gramps? How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling a whole lot better than I have been for a while, so I'm glad to really be here, guys.
Heck yeah,
I
good to
didn't
see you out.
I didn't think I'd make it down, but I'm glad I did. Had a friend of mine that I met here 2 years ago, coming down from Canada to fish the week after. He's like, "I got a spare room, come on down."
Heck yeah.
So talked to Gran, and she was like, "Go for it, just take it easy." So
awesome, man. Good to see you.
Oh, I'm glad to be back out. It's fun. It's been a long time since I've been anywhere, so yeah, it's good to be out for sure.
Heck yeah,
So
man.
have you here and above ground? Yes, sir.
Here and above ground, preferably.
Yeah, preferably.
Yes.
Yeah, 100%. But good you guys, man.
You too, man.
Yeah.
Yo, look at this bunch of hooligans. Oh, we got Ilyakin. We got
Somebody.
We got Diva. We got Bass Geek. All in one booth.
Which,
All
let's
in
be
one
honest,
booth? What are we
this is
doing?
going to be your best shot at getting a bait you can actually afford, or getting one that's going to catch a fish. You got to be over here.
Actually, both of those things.
Well,
not and or.
Think about it.
And.
You start here, you come down to the booyah section, you go find your youngs, get your dingers.
Get your dingers on.
Dude, there's no missing. This is the best shirt. I think I need to get one.
24 out of 10. Fishing business casual.
And
Do it,
finally,
show it.
someone made an actual perch color. Matte blades. You have the gill, actually water can come through the bottom, go all the way through the sides here for vibration. And I'm just hearing about this for the first time. Breakaway hook, so you get your extra treble on top, keep that fish pinned, which is the hardest part about the spy bait bite. Like once you're on them, but they're hard to keep pinned. And then when you want to reset it, just tuck it back, like so, and you're ready for your next fish. And you get an actual perch color, perch pattern. As always, on point. And this one is called the Stay Pin 70.
If you don't spy bait, you should start with this one.
Dude, and now's the perfect time. Cold water.
$17.99, which is kind of like right where the price point should be with spy
upper
baits.
mid for a spy bait.
For the components.
Yeah. For the BKK Super Slicks on there?
I'm gonna tell you guys right now.
Dude, no.
That's the one
Look
right
at the
there.
pearl.
There's the one you gotta look at.
Oh, there we go.
Oh my, dude, for Great Lakes.
Pretty natural
Shut up,
finish.
dude.
Yeah, so I designed it, took a couple other brands that had a decent perch one, sort of mixed them all together, came up with that one. I'm super happy with it. It'll be great up north, St. Clair, St. Lawrence River, Champlain, any of those lakes that got the perch in them. I think it's going to be a sweet color. I'm going to use it a lot this year.
So upsized dropkick shed from 2.75 to 3.25, and then we got this perch color. I really like it, dude. They're like darker,
Awesome.
copper flake, and then like the darker color on the belly even. That's awesome. All right, so Great Lakes Finesse has released a new plastics storage option, or just an in general storage option. Check this out. I first of all love the thin version here, 3700 size box. It's a mirror of a 3700 size. Look at that. We've got adjustments with the Velcro on the inside so we can adjust the dividers. Having that like skinny, that short divider is definitely something different. So we got Dan Miguel here who can talk to it.
This style of bait, storage is super popular. We love them. The biggest problem that we would have with them was that stuff would just get messy. After the first little while, your baits are kind of all mixed up in there. So we wanted to put some dividers in ours, or adjustable. So now we can almost create like systems, right? So, I've got my jackhammer bag. So it's got the trailers on one side and all my jackhammers in the original package. And I've got like a swim bait one where I've got a little tray of all my heads and then all my baits on the side.
Little terminal box.
Yeah, so rather than just have everything flying around in there, we really wanted to fix a problem that was pretty common with this style of bag. So, about a year and a half ago, we went to work, come up with ideas, and this seemed to be the best solution that we could come up with.
And I like the fact that you get some rigidity with these being Velcroed in. Like, it gives it enough life to where it's not flopping around.
Yeah. I was going to say, this one is a kind of a combination between the Buzzbee Quick Cube and the Evolution Plastics case, because what you get is they don't have the rigid floor like Evolution had, which makes those boxes much stiffer, but also kind of harder to zip.
We went with watertight zippers, and then you'll also notice like we went all out on the stitching.
The matte finish for the matte bait?
Yeah.
Yes.
What?
Yeah, we spared no expense on the durability and the tightness of everything. Like we set out to build the most premium bag that we could.
Super heavy duty handle, really adjustable on the inside. Again, like this adds a little bit of rigidity. So if this was a Quick Cube, it would fold fully in half because that has nothing in it. This adds just the dividers in it. And then the plastics case has a full on shell on the inside, making these all very different options, doing similar things utility wise.
Yeah, I mean, it gives you options too. Like you can take the Velcro dividers out. It can be, stored more compact.
Underseat storage, tall enough to handle back plastics. And then this one is great. Inside your kayak crate fits in like a box stretch, just like you were talking about.
$45.99, $47.99.
All right, so Yum has a new drop that we got to check out. Look at this thing. So this is the Scottsboro Sniper Shad straight tail design. There's actually a lot of action on this. This is going to be a great chatterbait, spinnerbait trailer if you want to add some chunk.
And then what we like about it is that from the first like 2/3-ish of the bait, it's big. So it's going to fit under that skirt. It's going to fill out your total profile. But then because you trim out so fast, and that's like that Scottsboro belly that you see a lot of times, this thin part's not going to mess with the action of the bait. So you get the chunk, you're not messing with the action of your bladed jig, and then you get the extra action on the back, which
that's
is
a lot of action.
And the colors are really good. Like, dude, this one is actually banging. So this is
classic
the milkshaker.
Yum colors.
Pearl. This will match with anything. You can put this literally on any color, even black, this will work. So get yourself one of these. Yum bringing the value as always. And the 5-inch, dude, that's money. Dude, and I just mentioned black. Yeah, they have a black and blue. That is like leech black and then blue flake. Dude, that is banging.
It's dark like my soul.
Let's go. That tracks.
A couple cool products that we haven't seen before here from Netbait. With the bait fuel, check this out. This little crazy creature right there. There's no way this doesn't get bit.
That's chomp.
Right?
It's chomp. And this one has a little bit of a tail.
Did you just do a 180, do a 360 shove?
I got this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there it is, dude. So it's got a tail section, but you got your little millipede legs going. Two sides, like green pumpkin morning dawn looking thing. That's crazy.
But wait,
I know.
Look at this friggin' guy.
Well, and you got your double-sided here on all of these. And there's even one that, this is the chartreuse one. Here it is. You got a little bit of like a chartreuse green pumpkin.
Dude, this purple is clean on this one. Dang.
Yeah, and then obviously they have this Hex Tech pattern right here. That's what this pattern is. It's meant to accept bait fuel, so you can rub that scent in there and it's going to hold it for a lot longer, disperse it over time to get the most out of every drop of your bait fuel. So very, very cool.
Also, very plush.
No, these are stretchy. I mean, they're not like TPE, but they do have a lot of give. So
a lot of play.
Hopefully they last.
Okay, so we're at the Voyax booth right now. We're at the Voyax booth right now, and it's important that we call this out for this video because we've now mispronounced the name of this kayak not once but twice. So it's, first of all, Voyax, and then the second part, this is the Mosa.
Mosasaurus.
The Mosasaurus. Look at that.
The Mosasaurus is a
cool
dinosaur, and they've got this thing coming out of the water and eating a bass, which I think is on point.
All right, y'all, we are at the Voyax booth looking at the new Mosa 128. It took us like 50 tries to say this name right, but now we finally have it, I think. Brand new kayak, 12'8", 37 inches wide. We got a chance to take this on the water. You guys will see that in a separate video. It was a blast. We learned a lot once we got it out there and actually got it into real life, real world use. But here's a couple cool things. And it mainly starts with this drive right here. You can see the rest of this kayak on the water and our thoughts, our opinions, our pros pros or cons in that other video, but I wanted to share with you guys this drive. So it really does like 4 jobs in one, which is kind of wild. It is a pedal drive. So you can pedal this thing manually. You can also see this. I'll show you the drive underneath. It hinges up similar to your Old Town. It also locks in at the top via these 2 tabs, one on each side, if you want to lock it in the top position out of your way. Look how wide this drive well is. So now if I want to drop this drive in, guess what? I don't have to line up my prop. That is not required. This is a kill switch. There's also a kill switch over here. This has the manual mode, as we said, but it's manual with 360 unlimited, meaning this knob right here is your steering. I can spin around and around and around. And as I do that, you're going to see this arrow right here tracking, and you'll see the drive below turning. So that is all electronically controlled. Cool thing about that is that I can steer this kind of like a 360 drive on the Hobie Pro Angler 360, but without all the manual contraptions, right? So the Hobie 360 has a clutch, it's got a steering drive belt, it's got a big piece up here, all sorts of moving parts. This is just, look, so easy. How many times, Paul, have we been in our 360 drive and been like trying to crank it in a different direction and just getting it stuck? Lots. Correct. So digitally assisted steering, that is really cool. Then you have the electric motor setting with 10 different speeds. It does go fast. We got it up to about 6 miles an hour just with the motor itself. And then when you pedal on top of that, I was up to about 6.5 miles an hour. Then they have the e-assist setting. So similar to an e-bike, meaning your pedal is going to be a low effort. There's 4 different settings to it. So I can up this to a 4, and then as I'm pedaling, like that prop is flying. I was going around 4.5 miles an hour just with the e-assist, and it's so powerful running off these big 48 volt batteries that when you go and you turn, it just like kicks you in that direction. It's pretty wild. You also have the spot hold function, so I can move the spot hold by changing it up with this anchor lock. Boop, I hit that. It's going to take your GPS reading, and it's pretty tight. Like it's within a couple of feet, Paul and I were saying, and then your swing, usually it's about 45 degrees or so total. So you get a little swing back and forth at the bow, which is standard with the center mount with that spot hold. But we're watching videos of these guys using this thing in an extreme current, and it's like locking the guy down. So that was pretty cool. You can see it right here, actually. Look at that. So in current, that's just with the spot hold running. There's no anchors you can see on that kayak. That's pretty heckin' nuts. So these guys are putting it to the test. I love to see that. The other cool thing about this being a GPS drive is that you can see this right here. You can drop waypoints, little pins, and it doesn't show a map, but it is GPS enabled. So like as soon as you hit the water, once you turn this thing on, it's gonna drop your first waypoint. So that's your starting point. It'll be a blue dot. And then later on in the day, if you wanna go back to it, but you don't feel like manually pedaling, even the e-assist, even the motor setting, you just wanna go brain off, get me home, you can just pick that point and hit go. And it has this function called course control where it's just gonna take you back there. So that's pretty sweet. But beyond all of that, there is another crazy setting on this, something that we didn't expect it to have. So there is actually a transducer underneath this. You see there's 2 cables on top. One's for power, one's for a transducer. This is now your depth finder. I don't think it's going to be like the most advanced fish finder in the world, but it's definitely going to give you some readouts on your depth, your water temperature. It gives you the time of day. So you can read a structure a little bit, check your depth, check your temp, and that's going to help you throughout your fishing day. So that's really cool. And it's all built into this screen. So think about having your own like little 4-inch Garmin, for example, small fish finder, small depth finder. Gives you a lot of info when you hit the water, enough for you to be dangerous for those fish, and I like that. The rest of this we already covered in the huge walkthrough and the test on the water, but they do have a drop-in bin that we did not see when we were out on the water, so that's pretty cool, and it's a hefty bin. There's a lot of storage inside of here too, but the bin is nice to see as well. Heavy-duty lockdown with this. Waterproof storage here up front as well. If you want to drop your keys, your phone in there, a couple different settings on the seat. You flip this up, you got your battery storage. In here, you can fit 2 batteries. We're out on the water, we're only using 1, but they're gonna have a way for you to link those 2 batteries together, which is cool. So that's gonna get you running all day long and then some, and they're running this on a 48 volt system, so it's an extremely efficient battery type. Moving towards the back, so you have an access hatch here, you've got a skeg right behind that, and then you've got a 4-bolt pattern here so you can mount like a power pole if you want to. A couple other cool features here, you got room for a 3600 size box, 3700 size box on this side, cup holder that'll fit even those bigger Yeti water bottles. Then you've got tool storage here as well. Forward-facing rod holders, rear-facing rod holders. You got your skeg release up here. There's a lot. packed into this kayak. They do also have this replaceable piece right here, which is now your keel guard. You no longer have to go ahead and attach keel guard tape or get an aftermarket accessory for that. It's built in, it's replaceable. That is cool to see. And it's all pre-mounted, pre-set up for you. So that is cool. This would be like out of the box, take this to the water, go have some fun. We're gonna find out a lot more about this at ICAST this year because they still don't have the full production model done. They don't know what their total price is gonna be, none of that. Nobody does at this point. So don't listen to anybody just making things up. So there is a great look. Now this is on the showroom floor, but a great look at the Voyax Moza. This is a cool looking kayak. We're pretty hyped for it. Now that we got a chance to use it, we know it functions really well. We really need to know how much this is gonna be and when can I have it. But the good news is they're already doing a lot of prep on production, so they should be able to deliver on this after they announce all that info at ICAST. So stay tuned, bringing more coverage of this when we go to Florida, which should be soon. It's gonna be warm. We should go there now. Can't tell you guys how good it feels to just sit down.
How much energy do you have remaining?
I'm at 1% reserve tank at this point. Like, I'm toast. You were toast. Yeah. We had a good time. We only lost one thing.
It was a $45 thing, but we only lost one thing.
Paul lost part of his new DJI Mic Minis.
Brand new.
So that's a wrap on the Bassmaster Classic 2026. Yes. I have no idea how the tournament went, but I do know.
There's a tournament?
Yes, the expo was fantastic.
The expo was lit.
We met a lot of great people. We got a lot of products. So what we're gonna do is we have an unboxing video for you guys. We're gonna put it in this video, but it's way too many things.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to be a little patient with us. Go watch that unboxing. Tons of new stuff, lots of new products, lots of unreleased products that we'll be able to show you if we just wait like a week. So it'll be out in like a week. We'll show you everything in there. It's pretty cool.
Really cool event. This is like a perfect combo of like all the people we meet and get to talk. We have met in the industry and get to talk to behind the scenes. So we got to see a whole bunch of people. We only get to see them a couple times a year, but also like the public.
We saw 1,000 fans.
Yeah.
We saw a lot of fans.
Yeah.
A lot of you guys came up, you said hi, took pictures with us. I got to tell you, like, I can't explain in words how awesome that is. Emotionally, I'm on a roller coaster ride of awesome. We appreciate you guys so much. You're the reason that we're here. You support the channel. You make this happen for us. So, you know, much love to everybody that said hi. Anybody that we missed, I'm sorry. But it was really cool getting a chance to take pictures with a lot of you folks.
We appreciate you guys. And that's all from the Bassmaster Classic. I'm Kevin. This is Van Dam. And on behalf of both of us, we'll catch you on the next one.
See you guys later.
See you.